about this hero is, oh boy.
Oh, we talked about that 5-man and going for the rune. It looks like the spider pigs heard it. Arrow is not going to land on the mark, but they'll put a little damage over onto Runic. He's absolutely fine here, but there's a lot of bodies occupying the space. They get 1 CS off of the little tree.
How are they not ahead in gold and XP? That was 8 gold. What?
We're out of beta, but it's still a free game.
Go to net worth real quick.
I believe it's something to do with
How's the Radiant have more net worth?
There is some
Wait, what?
consumable that
Arrow?
goes against you.
These arrows are off the mark.
Why is he here?
Goodness,
What
I don't know
the-
why he's here. He shouldn't be here. Because he's about to give dead. Yeah, first blood to DNZ. Oh, that showed up.
What? Well, that was odd. LeBron going for that same. I'm going to steal this, Cap. We should look into this. The stages, mask, and regen as the starting item. That's quite nice.
Yeah.
Is that common?
Yeah, you turn into Ring of Bacillus if your lane matchup, if your laning partner needs mana.
That's cool.
So, for example, in a matchup that I think like the Coddle Undying matchup that we talked about at one point in time, where he couldn't utilize his boots to actually hit the ranged 4 position, I've seen people go Sage's Mask to start in that matchup because the Ring of Bacillus works really well with whatever core he was playing with.
I do like the fact they've given Uker something a little bit more frontliney, a bit tankier. I think that's like more his play style, but this is not a flashy offlaner, right? This is someone who's kind of just parks himself in the middle of a fight and just wants you to keep on fighting underneath all of his Firestorm.
Yep. Nicknamed Big Butt by the Chinese fans. This hero exists, and that is his purpose.
He's a dump truck.
And mine.
You're a dump truck?
No, existing. It's enough of a purpose.
Interesting. Well, he is going to try to man fight here with Tagito, but it's not going to be quite enough. Gillimancer, though, should be able to finally get that little hit off. And, yeah, bit of a trade in that top lane.
Cancel's doing well mid. He's losing the CS war, but he's done a lot of harass. Nuba having to skill Q level 1 hurts his laning phase a little bit.
Sand King feels very bad about his lane.
Yes, he does.
I will say, I don't totally disagree with you, Kyle. I just like shutting you down.
Yeah, I know.
It's fun.
I'm used to it. It's good. It keeps me honest.
Sand King is a hero that is most of the times just mediocre.
Yep.
Never quite excels at anything. But I will say that the upgrades given to him recently, I think Aghanim Scepter feels pretty good right now. But also the change to Epicenter. I think that was
it was so needed. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's just really annoying now because people will stop, cancel it, and you don't know how to play because you can't interrupt it anymore. And if you do interrupt it, it just doesn't cast.
Yeah.
It's really odd, actually, because it's like 15 years of muscle memory just out the window.
Yes. That applies to both sides of the table. Killmancer is dead.
Yep.
4 seconds. Nice. LeBron feed lets the kill go to the Drow. A little risky, though. 2 seconds, he dives away, and you feel bad.
Maybe they just knew the timing.
Runic was really thinking about trying to blink for that range creep. There's no reason he can't because the Sand King's out of mana.
Yeah. I do like that he's going the E build. I think that is like I've been trying to make it work because I love playing Sand King, and I really like going the caustic. But it's just odd because you effectively have to be in creep waves to fight. So if you're ever out of mana or you can't threaten stun, like it just feels bad. You're very much like if you go Sandstorm build, it feels like you're always playing passive. If you go caustic build, you always have to be aggressive or you're losing the lane. Killmancer again, very very aggressive, taking a lot of damage.
Noobs have to walk all the way home here.
Cancelito, though. Check out my boy. Look at that mid lane. Do you see Void Spirit here?
Nah, he went home.
Where'd he go? Why isn't he laying in mid? Oh, because Cancel's giving him the business. That's why.
Man, that was close on auto-fix in the bottom lane.
You mean Cancel's right-clicking him until he gets 4 stacks
Oh my god,
of
where's the
Jingu?
arrow? Oh, that was a kill.
They're both sitting really, really low.
He even gets tipped. I hope Cancel's bringing mana regen for himself. Indeed he is. And a DD rune. Okay.
I like the fact that the supports rotated to make sure that they could hold on
Yes.
to it.
Especially when you're that far ahead as the mid, like you really want that support.
You have to be careful with
Oh.
Cancel
Oh, no.
here.
Cancel,
Coming
why?
to back up Uker.
Cancel!
Chasing after Thugito. They have the ways to slow down. The body blocks are coming out. This is going to pay off for them.
It's not worth
Off of the
it.
Boundless. Now
Yeah.
he's made... Cancel made Kyle cry. Oh no.
Hey, I
There,
mean, at least
buddy.
he made
Don't
that
be
like
cry.
at least he made that rotation with boots.
That is true. But
If he
misses-
doesn't have boots, that is like
It-
a death sentence to
it's
make
just-
that kind of play.
Here's the reason I don't like the rotation. It doesn't change the balance of power, okay? You get the kill top, but Drow's going to immediately TP back in and still be ahead, and you've just allowed the Void Spirit to catch up and now be in a position where he might outlevel you. And once Void Spirit hits 6, you're the one who's threatened middle.
Well, that's a kill on Octafix and kill on Mitch's courier.
We'll see how it plays out.
Well, indeed.
Well, you did say Drow needs a lot of items to be able to pressure an Underlord lane.
That's true.
So I think in some ways I could see how that same argument about the balance of power does apply to this top lane. Where the Underlord, it is a very fragile line between being tanky enough to just kind of like stay in lane and getting harassed out entirely.
And they do the AM as well, to be fair. I mean, this game, you can afford to be a bit more passive on the side of burjui. It's nice to grab that early kill. I just...
Oh no, cancel.
Cancel.
Why did he strike? That was weird. He just did it seemed like just because. And then he got 2 range creeps denied as a result.
Let's focus on other lanes. Let's go, what's happening up top? Bottom, AM farming. Top.
I will say DNZ has been having a lot of trouble landing these arrows. Uker just can go teleport out, easy peasy.
So we watched that Underlord game, Kyle, where he went the, what is that item called? Soul Shroud?
Eternal Shroud.
Eternal Shroud, that's right. So he went with the Spell Lifesteal build and he went the Shard. So I tried to build like that, but I was like, we didn't like the Eternal Shroud. I tried a Bloodstone.
It is only really good if you need the mana. That's why I think it's super busted on Timbersaw. Because it solves, like, if you only have a hood, you actually run into mana issues. But with the Shroud, you just get free mana if you're focused, which is real nice.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't be killed. Otherwise, they let you deal more damage. Top Uker. TNZ with the arrow. No TP.
DNZ lands the arrow. He's already been stunned up. They'll try to keep him alive using that Sun Ray. The jump forward, though, Cancel is here. They have their eyes on Thakito. They've got the body blocks. This is not looking great now for this Drow. Down she goes, as the rest of the team is forced behind the tower.
Another rotation. Well done by Cancel.
Is he going in again? You think
Thinking about it.
But yes, I tried Phase Boot, Soul Ring, Blade Mail into Bloodstone.
And that didn't work?
With the Shard. No, it worked really well. I actually felt very strong about the Shard mixed with the Spell Lifesteal.
Okay.
Granted, the people we played against weren't that good. It was a party queue game with Owen and Cheever.
What is the... I don't think we've seen the Underlord Shard. For the viewers, what does the Underlord Shard do?
This is looking a little dicey here. Cancel's trying to just buy himself a little bit more time. He's going to be able to make it out alive, though. The Drow has a lot of damage. They're considering going back in. Another hit should be able to do the trick, but look at Uker. He's just got his big old dump truck butt in the way. Can't seem to find him. The body blocks are enough to keep Cancel alive.
Look out for the arrow!
Woo! He's fine.
Say what you're looking at. He is an entertaining player. His net worth advantage, not as solid. Nice rotate from Noob. This is the danger. Void Spirit, when he starts rotating around, can get a lot of stuff done. Oh, DNZ.
A little bit too late, yeah.
Dude, look at this. Uker blocking the arrows.
What a beast. I don't know if he did that intentionally, but
I think
he did. Look at him. He's also
3
just
HP.
blocking both of them as they try to get the final hit off. That is a man who knows that he's just been saved.
That's
Indeed.
why that man is a very popular streamer. Big plays and a great smile.
winning smile.
Absolutely winning smile. But yes, the Shard allows you to self-cast and you heal for 15% of the damage. So you actually get an insane amount. But as I was saying, it wasn't against very good people because I was queued with Owen and Sheever. It was just black
Casual
and Sing Sing.
flame. Thanks, Gab.
So what?
This is a dead Uker. We weren't playing against very good people, but it's because we were playing with Owen and Sheever. Like, that's...
No. I was
Like
saying it was a party
casual
game with
play,
Owen and
dude.
Sheever. Guys, you're missing the punchline. The punchline is I'm calling Black and Sing Sing bad. That's who we were playing against.
Oh.
You all keep ruining the punchline of the joke.
Well, that's not really
Damn
a
it.
joke. It's just facts.
Batting
Cancel.
room 10.
Yeah, the only thing I'm concerned about is that I know we can bring it up, but cancels game. You need to be ahead of a game, I think, in a way that Void Spirit really doesn't, because you're auto attack based, especially with Max Jingu. Mitch is in some trouble.
Mitch hasn't been able to do much of anything this game. He hasn't had any mana. Look at this. One more hit. Yep, down he goes.
Nice kill. Runic is having a great game, as is this Drow. I will say Drow versus AM is a weird matchup. I think Drow is favored, but at a point when AM has like Abyssal or even just Basher or Scotty, you start to see the bounce power shift.
Uker.
I mean, he's entirely base
Uker
armor.
walking right into LeBron. Feels the body there. Noob jumping on in. They've got the arrow, and they have the damage. Down goes the Underlord.
Yeah, I can't believe
Lord.
Noob. No wonder he's having a bad time. Noob went phase boots before bottle. I have never seen that on a Void Spirit. That is very odd. You'd be able to farm, like, you straight up turn bottle charges into gold as a Void, because especially with the max dissimulate build. Very, very strange. He's just skipping bottle. Man, you just don't see that very often at all. There are 0 bottles on the team of Spider Pigs. There are 0 bottles on the side of burjui. Huh, all right.
No bottle needed. Gito in the middle lane. Egg's gonna come out, and they just run away, although they do have the boundless. Cancel jumping forward should be able to slow down on Thagito, but they have the silence up. He's just gonna turn around, start hitting,
had to hit.
and they'll go right back in again. They'll find the kill onto Thagito. Looks like a noob is gonna have to use that Aether Step to get out, but there's a whole fight going on around the tower as well. Mitch trying to do anything
Sand
that he
King's
can,
here.
trying to push them off. Cancel, though, jumping on the back line, sees DNZ. Runic, arrow's gonna come through, though, over here onto Cancel. It's gonna be absolutely fine. There's another boundless. LeBron trying to get forward here, trying to get the stun off. The Sand King will be able to land it. They'll follow it up with the stun coming out from the Ogre, but there's a lot of skirmishing going on and not a lot of deaths happening, although I say that, now Mitch needs to be very careful. So Noob is here, they have the vision, that Wrath of Nature comes out. Canceled though, he's a wily Monkey King. It's hard to get his hands on him, so might be able to survive this. So it does show in lane. Noob still on the hunt here, boundless lands. They're still hunting. Sunray comes out, looks like they're gonna force them away.
What does Sand King do in this game?
I don't know. I'm not sure why
it's
he
Max
maxed
Sandstorm.
Illumancer? This is a dead Phoenix. And Noob is somehow able to walk away from this engagement.
I feel like all the Sand Kings that I've seen, the year ago was when people thought Sandstorm was really good. You push out the lane, you farm jungle super efficiently, so you get really far ahead economy-wise. But lately, all the Sand Kings that I've seen have all gone the Caustic build.
Yeah. I think Max Stun, especially if you're going to rush Blink, Max Stun just makes the most sense. You have a Mirana to play around as well. But it just feels odd to see somebody Sandstorm like in the midst of a team fight.
Top lane, they're trying to put some pressure down on LeBron. It's fairly tanky as DNZ comes in, manages to land one of those arrows off on the side. Cancel, though, gets drawn in by Noob with that Remnant. The chase is on after Autofix. He is obliterated here, but now DNZ, do they have the detection? It's not looking good. There it is. There's the dust. It's going to be able to come out. Can they finish them off in time, though? Cancel, the arrow comes through. It still lands on him. Down he goes as we get the Epi as well. Illumancer now forced to just retreat.
A little too much chaos. Bring it down, burjui. You've got an Animage. She's free farming. Everything's fine.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Things are becoming progressively less fine. The Blink SK is going to start wreaking some havoc. That's okay. You've got the mid tower. Like, everything is chill, you know? You just want to be playing an enemy jungle. You've got nice wards there. Don't want to get stuck trying to run at the enemy safe lane tower.
Yeah, I feel like this time around it was burjui's lineup that just a minute or two ago, I felt like they just kind of plays itself in some ways. That they were just going to be able to have a much easier game because they mostly just needed to focus on playing around Underlord and Monkey King while AM was split pushing a bunch. And he could do that pretty aggressively because the Void Spirit was so far behind that the AM isn't really threatened. But now they're kind of throwing away the lead that they had.
Uker's only level 8 as well. He'll have mech complete, but that just doesn't feel great. Hero kind of needs to be able to frontline for his squad. No one else is capable of it. Cancel in a little bit of trouble. They see Mitch, though.
There's a lot of people here.
Really nice timing.
Don't know if you want to go in on this.
Noob is not here.
Oh,
Atafix?
Atafix, though.
Oh,
we
goodness
talked
gracious.
about
What
this.
are we
He just
doing?
happens to always be the one that they find first. So
You
not
have
gonna
treants
nature's
you can
prophet
scout
here.
with. Like, you know that they're there.
All valid reasons.
Oh, and the courier got taken down. That was his Battle Fury.
No. Not like this. The Spider Pig is just feeling like they're getting stronger and stronger.
Initiation, jumping over here. Mitch is taking a lot of
They're in the
damage. They
sandstorm.
have enough. They'll take him out, but they'll be able to take down the Phoenix as well. Nice silence being used. The Gust jumping forward. D and Z, he's hot on the heels. Thugito just chonking them down over on the side. Uker now trying to run away. He's not going to be able to. They just kill him too fast. LeBron is going to go down to the tower, though.
I find it easy to
But this drow.
Look at the net worth and tell me what. Let's play a game. Let's test our synergy as a trio. I'm looking at the net worth. What am I about to point out as a problem?
Cancels farm.
That is correct. That's why Cap and I have worked well together for a long time. It's
I mean,
just
it's pretty easy when you're harping on cancel, not going
Yep.
a faster Midas last game.
I love the guy. I just wish he had a better sense of how to farm and cement an advantage. You're owning the lane. Bring your team to your lane. Kill this Void Spirit over and over. Be selfish. He's too nice of a guy. He tries to help out his boys, but in this game, you know, you're the one who's going to make plays. You're going to carry this game for your team. Any gank you do has got to be for value, for towers, for multiple kills, controlling runes. He could have had an Ags, like, at this moment if he was playing a more selfish game. I don't think I've seen him even hit a jungle creep yet. 66 CS, 16 minutes in.
He has. But he has been scrapping quite a bit.
I wonder if some of it is the fact that he's got Underlord and AM on his team who naturally take up so much of the map
True.
that he's like, oh, I can't go into Aghanim. Like, I'm not going to be another creep hitter. We already have enough of those. But I agree. It does feel like he's trying to push it too much to the limits. He's trying to be too active, not protecting his game.
Looking
Much as
to
you'd hope.
get a pick off here. Should be able to grab this on the Ogre. LeBron gets a nice multicast though, but down he goes. Killimancer collecting the kill.
We'll take those.
Yeah.
Drow
was
is getting very problematic, though.
Does feel like the pressure being placed by the side of the Spider Pigs is pretty high, considering you have, you know, Noob, you've got DNZ on that Marana. You can set up for these beautiful, just Ape the Remnants into arrow if you like. You don't even need to do the arrow, but you can throw it out if you want, and it's just a really easy to execute gank. And you know, that is their big chonky boy who just went down there.
It's just the playmaking potential. It's just much easier if you have a Blink Initiator and you got a follow-up stun. To your point, Cap, it really is just Cancel as the playmaker, who's now in some trouble.
This is not looking good. Yeah, he is absolutely toast here. Well, got by a little bit more time, but
They wanted to give it to Drow, but Mitch is there.
I think they almost need to play Underlord and Monkey King in the same areas because you have two supports that are more backlining supports in the first place. So
Yeah. It feels like 2 games in a row. It's a different role, but I just don't think Burjui and Prophet
fix.
are working out super hot at the moment.
Oh, to fix. It's like a cat that fell asleep with its paw open and a mouse just walks into it. It's too easy.
delicious.
I always rooted for Tom.
damage.
Poor Tom. I bet you were against Ralph Macchio too in the Karate Kid,
I
yeah?
haven't seen it yet. Don't spoil.
The old Karate Kid? You've never seen the
yeah, I
Karate
thought you
Kid?
meant Cobra Kai.
No, I have
yeah.
no.
I mean,
Did that man just say "don't spoil" to a movie from the 80s?
I wish I could send you guys back to the
Oh,
future.
that was very close there. That like grazed his nose practically as it went by.
God, I don't. Can we get off net worth, please? Thank you. Stop.
Can we show
Stop that.
buybacks? Cancel might have that.
Stop. Don't be
Let's
mean.
talk about someone else besides Cancel. Let's talk about someone who's doing the right moves. Let's talk about the Guido. Let's talk about Noob and DNZ who are making
That's
these
more.
rotations. Come
Yeah.
on now.
Okay. I like this. DNZ has played a hell of a game. He has been quite involved in pretty much all the kills. He had a little shakiness on the arrows early on, but I love what Spider Pigs are doing. Just playing enemy triangle. Take this ancient camp away from the Anti-Mage. Yeah, he's taking yours, but you're able to control 2 lanes here. And then eventually Roche. Noob with an invis.
They're gonna have Manta pretty soon. They can actually bring the AM to fights at that point in time, which is something that I think burjui desperately needs because this whole 10 to 20 minute window has been super awkward for them, just not having the playmakers.
God, the way Noob is just dancing around Uker here. Blocking him a little bit. The
Oh,
smoke
no.
immediately popping too. They know he's here, but where's your lockdown? You don't have it. Noob can just saunter on away. He goes right back in again. He thinks about it. There's out the Yules. Is being
Arrow coming in,
cheeky.
arrow coming in.
Arrow coming in hot. Sunray, though, will keep him alive.
It's nice. Look what they've done. They forced 5 enemy heroes to the mid lane. They're still pushing bottom. They're still pushing top.
It's very nice.
Still anybody's game, but it's basically Anti-Mage first the world now.
Yeah, I think what I would have liked to see them do is basically have Uker position himself kind of like Fives do when it comes to breaking smoke, where he is just always between the rest of his allies and the enemy, play some Phoenix behind him, and then Monkey King orbiting farm around him. Because Monkey King can make great plays when he's like reacting to some of these situations solo.
Oh,
But
and Fix again.
God. I can't.
Rough game for him.
Treants are off cooldown. You gotta be shoving waves. You gotta be scouting with trees. You can't be a nature's prophet caught on your side of the map. That's the 3rd time. The benefit of this hero is that you can shove lanes and be really annoying, even with no items if necessary. But if that, I don't even mind that death, as long as it's in that other side of the river.
yeah, no, if he had died on the right-hand side of the map, close to the tier 2, that's where the creep wave currently is. If he died to a solo Void Spirit there, I'd be like, that's still a good
Whatever.
because he forced a Void Spirit to like the worst part of the map.
Yep.
Space then. at
Instead,
that
it's
point.
just a simple Roche immediately. And okay,
Kill a man, sir?
Whoa.
oh man.
Yeah, look at that. The force forward. This is going to be a dead bird either way, though. It doesn't matter. You've got an egg up. All right, that's cute, but it does put you
Oh,
in
they're coming
position.
in.
So the jump in here, followed with the Wukong's command. Can they turn this around? Can they make something happen? That epicenter going off over the side. The Guido is taking a lot of damage, so that is going to be the Aegis that goes down. Mitch also to fall. Already got that ultimate up.
Oh, no.
He's coming back up
multicast.
again. The Guido tries to run away. He is getting chased as LeBron's just dancing around in the trees. Everyone is chasing after the drought. They turn around, though. They decide that they're out of focus.
Oh,
The
God.
anti-mage goes and he gets hit with the arrow. He goes right back in again. Uker is just saying, we got to get out of here. He's already gone, used his ultimate. Kilomancer's going to get left behind. Takedo gets himself a double kill. What?
use
That
of
was
the Aegis.
so... No one focusing on one target.
Yeah, if they just all stayed on the drow in that fight,
Yeah.
then I think
Why did he
AM
turn?
could have continued to be aggressive.
Yep, that's the thing. It's the source of damage that threatens the Anti-Mage. That's a good point, Cap. Because it's the drow that is scary.
Yep.
And if you allow her to get... The moment you run away from a drow, you're in trouble. Because now she sees you as prey. And if anybody who's traveled in the jungles of Burma would know, you cannot allow yourself to be seen as prey.
I don't think it makes a difference if you're being seen as prey with
It does.
things that are living in Burma.
That's why if you're ever attacked by a wild animal or let's say a black bear as an example.
That's not
You need to make
in
yourself big
Burma.
and intimidating and not back down. Otherwise,
You know that
they will chase you.
tigers are in Burma, and tigers are
That's what I
natural
was referring
man-eaters.
to. Yes. But
If you get really big at a tiger,
a tiger
it's going
only
to
attacks
eat you.
from the back. That is why you can wear a mask on the back of your head. People have done this, and they've been stalked by tigers and not attacked because they want to attack you from
you see
surprise.
a tiger, you run at the tiger because you're the predator now.
If you started screaming like a lunatic and ran at a tiger, it would more likely run away from you than attack you. Yes.
Natural.
The hard part would be
man-eaters.
finding the tiger. In this case, the draw made it easy. She was right there.
A little bit off the mark there with that Burrow strike, but a kill nevertheless.
So what were you doing in the jungles of Burma?
It's classified.
He was wearing masks on the back of his head to keep the tigers from stalking him. Jeez, Cap, listen to the story. Come on now. This is not good here for Runic, though, the taunt right. And look at the damage. He just can't stay alive long enough. It doesn't matter.
There's an Ags up on Noob, too, so even if you get that mana off successfully, he's just going to hit you with one of the shield procs.
What happened to his spell shield?
He got it off during the silence. It just faded, I believe.
Yeah, I just saw the Burrow Strike. You're supposed to bounce back Burrow Strike with spell shield.
Uh-oh,
so
Mitch.
maybe
Hops forward into arrow. It's just so easy, everyone. You know, rinse, repeat. Minch is taking a decent amount of damage, though. Gonna have the Yules, though, and follow up. Cancel jumping in. Eggs over on the side. Oh, he manages to go and jump forward, but he's still gonna get taken down by Cancel. It's LeBron now forced to run away. Big tanky boy that he is, but is taking a lot of magical damage here, so he should be burnt to a crisp. And there you go. There's a double kill for the Monkey King.
Yep, all 4 bounty runes, though, are going to go the way of Spider Pigs. They did not have either of the cores. I guess they'll draw will abandon the one there. Look at that disparity, though. My goodness, 3,000 gold difference in 25 minutes.
I feel like with all the split pushing, they should have been able to secure more bounty runes. Between Furion and Animage forcing Spider Pigs to split up quite a lot.
Just the kills. It feels like it's closer, or it feels like it should be closer, but it is 27 to 13. There's just been a lot of unnecessary deaths on this burjui side.
Anybody in particular? Or?
We're going to watch Spider Pigs farm an ancient stack. Just getting more and more full. DNZ has played like a beast. He's got a Vlad's up as well. Drum's Vlad's are just so much value on this team. You really want to stack as many auras as you can with the Drow and avoiding your team.
I mean, he had a very rough start early. Like, we were watching him, and he just was not landing the arrows. But once we started seeing, you know, especially Noob start being very active, like, the lineup is just so easy. You know, it's a point and click.
Yep.
And it doesn't get much easier than that. And they just don't really have options for trying to deal with it over on the side of Burjui.
And I just really love this drop pick. His marksmanship procs hit AM for pure damage, because he's got nothing but base armor.
Cancel. This is not looking good for our monkey friend here. Yeah, that's a dead Monkey King. Thagito is godlike. He is 2-0 and 13 right now. Actually, on the on Noob. Sorry.
Typically, Monkey Kings don't get a whole lot of bonus armor either.
It's just a really nice pick. You don't think of Drow as a natural counter to AM as often as I think people did in the past. I feel like it's a very underpicked hero, to be honest. Can you hover over the talents? Yeah, they're pretty good talents. What's the shard on Drow?
That is the Frost
Hypothermia.
Arrow. Yeah. It's weird.
That is weird. Like, the thing about shards like that is whenever you have a niche shard, you're not going to pick Drow like, oh, they have a Timber Saw. We'll pick Drow because we can reduce its healing. Like, it's not a thing.
Well, maybe we'll get a game at some point where it'll be very important for her to have
True.
hypothermia.
I guess in a good Drow game, maybe you'll pick it up because you need that Vessel-esque effect.
Or maybe they just, you know, you just don't have the means in your draft to
43
deal with
armor.
it.
Good lord. The Bloodlust also coming in clutch.
And we talked about how if you can enable Thug, if you can give him a steroid, this guy is a beast. And I think he's definitely proving that this game.
He's huge.
That was a very scary ranger. I feel like it's awful too when you see Uker that he has to play like this. He's not by nature a timid player.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Underlord the Greaves pipe. I mean,
Yeah.
It just feels rough when you have this Underlord Fury and like your 3-4-5 don't do anything. That's the problem,
Yeah.
and that's part of what made Cancel feel forced to do things because Lord knows an Animage isn't going to be playing aggressive. So like, who kills things? Like, how do you actually get stuff done around the map? Runek's big. He's got the basher. Like, you could be at a point soon where you're going to make plays, but there's a BKB on the SK. It feels like Spider Pigs are just chilling, content to trade the map 50-50 until that Aegis pops. Will be soon. Oh my god, he's almost got a Swift Blink up? What? He's so farmed.
Yeah. He's had the run of the place, basically, after laning. No one's really bothered him.
I mean, LeBron, always not he's a great playmaker, but he's always been, I think, more known for how he activates and provides assists to his team. Specifically his shooters. His Drow just consistently shoots those arrows.
Pigzs does get stunned up, gets a couple bashes off, and they'll get themselves a nice pickoff, so they don't have to worry about that Mirana. It's a start, but look at the TPs. They want to go in on this. They're not even worried that their Mirana's down. Jump in immediately. They found their prey. It's going to be Ukor, and this is your big tanky boy, and he just absolutely gets shredded. There's nothing here for him as Killimancer is going to be left behind. That's a scrambled... well, actually, technically not scrambled egg, right? Didn't even get the chance to get it off, but a little fried chicken there. Now Runic needs to be careful. Everybody's on the hunt. They're waiting for that Roche, though. That's the next big thing. They'll cut down the trees, make sure that Monkey King can't set up there. And look at this. What can they do? They can sit in the trees and they can watch her. That's about it.
It's just a tough one. You feel powerless. Once you fall behind with a draft like this, I don't know what you do. Wait, whoa,
What?
Jesus,
Why?
cancel.
Why?
Misclick.
Sure, let's go with that. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. No, so that's just the waiting game, it seems like, for the next Roche. They're trying to get as much done on the map as they can, not for the side of burjui. Just a very difficult struggle here. There's a courier. Ooh, that is Atafix's courier, so it could be worse, right? It could have been one of the cores. It's just the support. And he is a Nature's Prophet, so, you know, he can go get his own items. But Mitch is getting in position here on Runic. Look at these teleports. He already used the Manta. Noob jumping on in the silence, followed up. The arrow's a little bit off the mark, though. The taunt comes in. It doesn't matter. They have so much damage.
God.
I believe when split pushing in this game, using Vanta to push lanes is always a mistake. Or almost always a mistake, let's say.
Oh, Killimancer, the force forward. Noob's waiting patiently. There's a monkey dropped over on the ground, but it doesn't deter them at all. Just doesn't have enough damage to do much of anything here. Keto doesn't even care. Sits there, lets the monkey whack him. 12K net worth the lead at 32 minutes in. DNZ was hoping that he could land that arrow. That's Pigzs. Thanking his lucky stars that that creep took it for him.
He's got a Swift Blink on the way. He is just so farmed. I love that pickup too, because you're going to kill on a stun, effectively.
Nah, there's a stun. It's going to buy a little bit more time, though, as they drop a Pit of Malice. And you can see that they're trying to cut the waves. Slow them down just a little bit here, but Thug will be able to clear those treants very fast. I just feel like we haven't felt the effect of these trees this game either, which seems to be like one of the very big draws of having this hero. Got the shard.
Well, the problem is you're against SK Void Spirit and a super farm Drow, so suddenly, you know, all three cores just kill you. Kill your creeps quite easily, even the big ones. That's a very quickly dead Roshan.
Yeah, with the Swift Blink online. How do you solve a problem like Pagito if you're burjui?
Oh, he's almost level 25.
There it is. CDR.
Now you've got Swift Blink up constantly. Oh. Manta up near permanently.
Mitch doesn't quite see that he's there. Lucky for Runic. God, look at this Drow though. My God.
Yeah, there's time to run the walk at you.
What's the downtime on Manta on a range show? When you get the 30% CDR?
I think it's 45.
Yeah, 16 seconds.
Oh, you meant the original cooldown is 45. It's 45-35, I believe.
Is under attack.
Oh wait, no, they changed it. The cooldown doesn't change. It's the damage and the duration only. That's like, they changed it like 6 years ago. What am I saying? Oh my
Blink
god.
up,
Oh
the silence
my.
comes out. They tried to protect the burb, but they cannot do it. That is a BKB being used by Mitch as well to ensure they get the kill. And Bird does have buyback. They've cut the waves here over on the side of burjui, so they're trying. Uker trying to clear out these waves. And Atufix, yeah, he's going to be able to go and teleport out. Nope, never mind. I lied. They're going right back in again, but not quite able to go and grab Noob here. The Gito's here. They have so much damage. Atufix, he can't teleport out. He's just dead.
Where was the bash?
It's very unfortunate.
Abyssal Blade picked up now for Anti-Mage. So we do have a little bit more lockdown coming out. And I will have to say, you know, Runic, he's doing the best he can. He's really trying to just find farm wherever. It's just so scary for him. And like, he canceled. Watch out for that arrow. Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, I will say I don't think these games have been on Runic
No.
much at all.
I mean, if anything, it's like what he's been drafted, but you're playing AM. I don't think he's made any, he hasn't been picked off, I think, other than that one-time top, which is...
In the first game, I think he used his strength as a weaver pretty well, even if we didn't fully agree with his itemization.
Ooh. Constant vigilance coming out from this guy here. There's danger lurking around every corner.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We'll be able to take a tower. They're doing what they can. Turning into a bit of game of Rat Dota yet again.
Taking these tier 2s is huge. With an AM Nature's Prophet lineup, once the tier 2s go down, you actually have like a serious win condition available.
Runic is getting hunted by Noob. We'll follow it up with the Aether Remnant. We've got the stun coming in hot from the Sand King in a moment, possibly. Spell Shield comes out. Manta. Gonna deploy. Thagito, though.
no.
Oh, the silence comes out. This is, oh my
Jesus.
god. Look at that damage.
He still has no real armor.
He's down. They don't have any sort of buyback. Oh, Killimancer is very, very lucky he got out when he
Got
did.
midwave, though. Artifacts is doing his best. He's 0-8-3, but he's doing what he can. Keep the creeps away from the base.
Got some monkeys dropped down in front of the tower, too. Mitch just jumping right past them, though. Look at this damage coming out from Grab
Jesus.
Cancel. He just can't do anything. He's all silenced up. One more hit, and down he goes.
They have backdoor protection still up, but Spider Pigs are like playing like the base isn't even there. They're just jumping that high ground over and over again.
Draw just does way too much damage. Bloodlust, Swift Blink, this is absurd.
We literally saw the same move, except on a different hero before. Just BKB, Sand King jumping in. There's the Aether Remnant, holding Uker into place, and Thug is just having the time of his life as he wails away on him, takes him down. More buybacks coming out, though. Cancels up. And
Oh, no.
we're back.
no.
Oh no!
Oh, dear.
Oh, God.
This is not looking good right now. Phoenix buys back as well. The stun Uker, he just can't do anything. The egg gets popped. There's an arrow coming in hot, and they're all sitting so low, and this has to be so frustrating for the side of burjui, but they're just not gonna be able to get these kills.